he's right in there helping the young guys, and he's really taking another step forward.
The bar keeps getting raised higher and higher. Do you feel it? Do they feel it?
I hope they do. You know, the first people I wanted the whole high tides rise all ships. The first people I wanted to feel it was myself and the coaching staff. Because if the coaches feel it, if I feel it, I think by nature it'll trickle down to the others. And you know, that's what having guys like the guys getting ready to play, those guys going to want to come back because they want more. That's the pressure that I think that puts it in the right places.
Sounds like John Williams has some crazy course load, but when he's been out here, what have you seen from him?
No, he's doing great. It's one of those things when we started this, and even when we recruited, we said, hey, if there's going to be guys that are going to be that kind of level academics, there's going to be some things that we have to take into consideration. And to have the aerospace engineering classes that might interfere a little bit, we got to be able to deal with it. But a guy like that is, even if he misses a few reps, is not going to fall behind because of his ability to even study a little bit more, do things outside of even the practice field, and he's showing up. He's going to have a lot of challenges, with the Majes and those guys on the other side of the ball. It gives you a lot of challenges on an everyday basis.
I think 7 guys enroll early. We've seen some of them. Will Rainey, Pauling, Armorion Smith.
This 15-play drive right there has a lot to do with those young guys right there at the end, just to give them a chance to play when all of a sudden the coaches aren't on the field and they actually have to kind of react and respond, and you actually see the smiles come back to their faces from just doing the winter conditionings and getting beat up in rope pulls and things like that. So I think they're starting to enjoy it, and that's what that's a part of growing.
How big of an advantage is it for those guys to get here for spring?
It's a huge advantage. I mean, there's some really difficult things that they got to go through, but to be here for spring, to get their feet wet on training and recognizing and realizing the people around you might be bigger, faster, and stronger, but it doesn't mean they have to be better football players. It's still about development. It takes a first couple weeks of lifting to realize that, then it takes probably the first 5 or 6, 7 practices to start to realize, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be.
What's your take on the rake so far? You haven't heard that yet? Jimmy Smith called Mason Fletcher the rake.
Well, he hit the ball well. I can tell you this, that, I shouldn't say we've ever seen kick, but the ball definitely sounds like it's coming off his foot a little bit different. I think the 170 pounds to about 200 pounds has maybe changed a little bit of that power in that leg. And still got a ways to go, but there's big shoes to fill.
A lot of old faces around here today.
What's that?
A lot of old faces around here today. Do you think you've gotten rid of some of those?
It's great to see. I mean, sometimes in the middle of practice, I give these guys out of here, but the reality is when we came in here, we wanted to create an environment, an atmosphere where these guys felt like it was a part of their family, and they earn it, they own it, and then they represent it the rest of their lives. And when they come back, it shows you that they want to represent what it is that we've done to continue to do.
Was Mike bugging you to get in and get some carries?
He's always bugging me. When he was actually at spring ball in his last year, he probably wasn't bugging me to get carries, but he's always there.
I took a look at a bunch of early polls today. You're anywhere from 7th to 11th. Is that what a top 10 team looks like?
The energy and things, yes. But I didn't know. I thought they only did polls on like elections and things like that. I thought we were done with that. So I don't know what kind of polls that you're seeing, or maybe you get them a little bit more in advance. But I hope I don't have to worry about the polls. But I know it's a team that feels different. It's a team that, like we talked about, with the expectations. But understand it's not just about winning the game. It's about doing the things you got to do to get yourself to those games.
Are you excited for me to ask that question every week this year?
Find a different way to avoid it.
Hey, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Can I ask one more?
Sure.
How does it feel to actually have spring ball this year?
It feels good. It feels good to be outside and be like you said, to see some people around and things like that. It's definitely a pickup for all of us, not just me, not just those guys, but the entire team.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.